Hi, welcome to Triple Play. I'm James Grove.
I'm Grayson, CeBallos.
I'm Nate Olsen.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about starting pitching. First we're going to start with the AL Central, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Cleveland Indians. We're going to talk a little bit about the Chicago White Sox and their pitching staff. Then we'll go and talk about the best pitching staff in baseball with the Nationals. Let's start with the Nationals. We look at their staff. Steven Strasburg, Jordan Zimmerman, Max Scherzer, Doug Fister, Gio Gonzalez, and then we're even leaving out Rorik. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, is this easily the best staff in baseball?
Well, I mean, when you have four guys that can contend for a Cy Young and have in the past, nobody can compete with that in MLB. You've got four Cy Young guys basically in that staff.
I think as long as you keep the number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 starters throughout the entire season, I think they got a pretty good shot of taking it all the way to the World Series. You know, when you got Strasburg, you got Zimmerman, Scherzer, Fister, and Gonzalez. That's just the top 5. That's the 1 through 5 of the rotation. And you add in Rorik if he's a little bit of a backup. But you know, you got those 1 through 5 guys. They can stay healthy and strong throughout the year. I think they got a pretty good shot.
I mean, you look at Gio. He's only 29 years old here. He went 10-10 last year, pitching .357 ball. But then you look at Rorik. I mean, he's 29 too. He went 15-10 last year with .285.
That's 5 more wins.
That's unbelievable. He .285 for a guy that's not even in the rotation.
And remember, he's going from American League to National League. His ERA is most likely going to go down because he gets to face the pitcher instead of the designated hitter. His strikeouts are going to go up because of that same factor. So he's going to be even more dynamite in the National League than he was in the American League, and that's hard to fathom right there.
All right, before we move on, Scherzer pitched a .315 ERA last year. What does he pitch this year? What's his ERA in 2015?
I think Scherzer ends the season with I would say 3.50 ERA.
350?
350. See, I think he's going to go under 3 because he's in the National League now. I'd say he gets like a 290, 295, somewhere around there.
So I think he's going to stick in the same ballpark. He's going to be 31 at the end of this year. So I think for the next 2 or 3 years, he's still got 315 ball left in him. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Let's move to the AL Central, because that's going to be an exciting division. You got Detroit, you got Cleveland, you got the White Sox. I think those are the 3 guys that we're going to look at. I mean, the 3 teams we're going to look at and be like, who's going to win this division? Because it's kind of wide open. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, you look at Cleveland, they have the Cy Young winner in the AL in 2014 in Kluber, 18-9 with 2.44 ERA. I mean, does he repeat that?
No.
Kluber, I think, was a surprise as the AL Cy Young. I honestly think he should have went to Felix Hernandez.
Definitely.
Easily should have gone to Felix Hernandez. I was shocked whenever I heard the announcement that Kluber is going to win the AL Cy Young. I don't think he's going to repeat. It's really hard when he's the only real ace on the staff. You can consider him an ace now because he's a Cy Young winner, but as him being the only ace on the staff, I think it's going to be really hard for him to carry the weight of the entire team because I don't think the other pitchers can back him up.
I mean, you look at 4 and 5, you got Galvin Floyd down there pitching in the 4 slot. All last year was injured. He only pitched 4 games.
But he's never really been that great of a pitcher either. I don't think he's going to come back and make a big impact. I think he's going to hurt them,
but
honestly.
He's their 4 guy. He's their 4 guy. So can Cleveland really compete with Galvin Floyd as their 4th pitcher? No.
I
think
I think they're in the bottom half of their division.
So you're writing off Cleveland right away?
I think Cleveland is going to finish 4th in the division.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's move to another team that interests me. Chicago White Sox. We all know their offense is going to be just dynamic.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of what Chicago has done.
Cabrera, LaRoche, Abreu. I mean, you're talking about some major power right there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's talk about their staff though, because we know they're 1 and 2. You're talking Chris Sale and Samardzija. Whoa, that's scary. I mean, that's 1-2 is right up there with the national staff.
Yeah.
You got to think national staff 1-2. Zimmerman, Strasburg, Chris Sale, Samardzija. I would take either or. I mean, you put them against each other any day of the week, and it's going to be a great matchup. Chris Sale was 12-4 last year with a .217 ERA. Like, wow. I mean,
Incredible.
He had an insane year, and I mean, I think Smart is only going to get better. He kind of got bounced around, trade deadline, stuff like that. I think now that he's got a home and he's got a good offense to back him up, that's going to help him feel more comfortable and be able to pitch, be able to pitch his style. So it's definitely going to help their staff that they've got a great offense. I think that plays a big part in it. But Sale, obviously, he's an ace, and he's going to be ace for years to come if he can stay healthy. That's kind of something you've got to watch out for. And then, I mean, you've got Quintana, Danks, Noesi, decent pitchers that can probably just kind of hold you over until you get back to the top of that rotation. So,
okay, so Danks was 11-11 last year, 4.74 ERA.
Could have been better.
Could have been better. Does he get better?
He has the potential to be better.
yeah, I bet he gets a little bit lower. I wouldn't say he gets under 4. I bet he stays around 4, but
As long as he gets the run support, I think he's got a better chance of being a little bit better than 11-11. That's pretty. I mean, that's 11 wins, but it's also 11 losses. It's kind of mediocre.
yeah.
Okay, so is their staff good enough to help them win the division?
Go ahead.
I think they finished in the top 2. I think somebody's going to knock off the Royals. I don't think they're going to repeat as the, they went to the wild card. They didn't win the division last year, but I still think that they're going to finish. There's going to be a strong race between the Tigers, the Royals, and the White Sox. But I think the White Sox are up there. Maybe even with the Royals. I think the Tigers are going to have a tough time staying healthy.
I think they finish second below the Tigers because I have faith in David Price. I think he's just a beast of a pitcher. And then Verlander, I think he goes back a little bit better. He's not going to go back to his old self, but he's going to be a little bit better. And then, I mean, when you've got a Triple Crown winner on the team, you can never count them out. So
I think the White Sox are actually going to win the division, and I think that the surprise starting pitcher of the league is going to be Jose Quintana. I mean, he was 9-11 last year, but he had a 3.32 ERA. 3.32, unbelievable. I think that he's going to be the 3 they need, and I think he's going to be the guy that ends up pushing him over the edge and winning the division. Now let's talk about Yu Darvish, Matt Harvey, Tanaka. I mean, wow, guys. Okay, what do we think? What's happening here?
Well, with what's been going on with Yu Darvish, they just actually recently got a second opinion, and they're saying he's going to need Tommy John surgery, but still they want to get a third opinion from the Dr. Andrews, who does the Tommy John surgeries for all the baseball players. I honestly think that they're going to get the same result, the same answer from this doctor as they did from the first 2 doctors. But they're looking at putting him on the shelf with Tommy John until next April or May, which is going to be a really, really tough situation for the Rangers. Which they might be able to go out and get somebody, or even pull from within.
yeah, I think that would be a mistake to put it off, which they've been talking about. Maybe he doesn't need it, like Tanaka did this offseason. He was like, "Oh, I don't need it. I'm going to be fine." I think he's going to end up getting injured this season, and then he's going to have Tommy John surgery, and that's going to hurt the Yankees even more than what it already has. So I think they definitely Darvish needs to get it out of the way, get healthy next season, come back and be stronger than ever. So,
But real quick, let's touch on Matt Harvey. I mean, is he the Matt Harvey that we know and love, or is he the Matt Harvey? Is he a new pitcher?
well, we saw it from Adam Wainwright when he came back from Tommy John. He was not nearly as effective when he first came back, and now that he's had a year or 2 under his belt, he's been the old Adam Wainwright that we all knew. He's just a dynamite pitcher. So I think that this year it's going to be. I don't think Harvey's going to be what he was before the surgery, and everyone's expecting, Matt Harvey's coming back. Matt Harvey's coming back. It's not going to be the same guy that they saw. He might still be effective, but it's definitely not going to be the same guy.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I think Matt Harvey's going to come back. He got a fire lit under him that he never had before with his Tommy John surgery. I think the kid's going to, he's going to finish strong this year. I think he's going to stay healthy throughout the entire season. I think he's a 15, 16 game winner, honestly.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching the Triple Play. If you have any questions, you can leave us a comment. We'll be doing a show again soon, so keep tuned.